You are now watching Rhymes and Politic. Spit them bars.
So getting to Roc-A-Fella Records, who handled the business? Did you get involved with the business side a little bit, or you just focused on the music and just let your management handle the business side?
Well, it was a combination. You know, Dame was transparent. You know, we could all sit down with him at any point in time, discuss things, you know, discuss concerns. Mm-hmm. But there was also, you know, this business, I guess, situation or circle that I had with my management and production team. Mm-hmm. That, you know, they were predominantly handling a lot of the, you know, relations between me and the label. But we were transparent, so I was always in on everything that was going on. It was like, you know, nothing undermined, you know, ever happened. We were a pretty fair and strong group. You know, it was a good time. And you know, though Rocafella was new to me, Jay-Z wasn't. You know, but yeah, it was a good situation to be in. You know, it turned out to be one of the best, actually. You know what I mean?
Bro, it was a good fucking look.
Yeah.
Love for Free, the video? I'm like, come on, man, you.
Yeah.
What was that experience like? Even like the video shoot, like even being on the song with Jay, was y'all in the studio at the same time, or was it separate times where y'all recorded that song?
Love for Free was done by the time Jay heard it.
Oh, okay.
You know, it was already, it was a
all he had to do was come
R&B.
and lay down his verse.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, so
gotcha.
once I signed to Rocafella and they heard the project, you know, that's when you know, he was like, you know, I want to get on one of those records. So he decided Love for Free was gonna be it. And you know, like I said, at that time, Streets was watching, censorship, you know, records had to be clean, you know, or you had to have a few clean records if you was, you know, putting out a dirty project. So Love for Free became that, you know, in a sense. You know, it became one of those joints. Chris John had a joint on there that was featuring with him as also, so.
Yo, that's one of my questions. Like, who was the first? Because it was y'all two as like the R&B acts on the label, right?
I mean, initially, yeah.
Yeah, who was there first? Was it you or Chris John?
Chris John
was there first?
Yeah, they were there first.
What
you know,
the
before I was a Rocafella, I was watching Full of Smoke on TV. Like, that's dope.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Yo, did y'all do anything, like record anything up?
Oh,
you and
plenty.
Chris John?
We did plenty. And
where's this music at, y'all? Where's this music at, bro?
Well, Alan Anthony is you know, the lead singer from Chris John, you know what I mean? And I think Double A's still down in Atlanta if his location ain't changed, you know what I mean? Respect King. But yeah, we had music together. So if he doesn't have it, I don't. But a lot of it was, you know, studio based. We didn't really get to those stages where, you know, this stuff would turn into projects or singles or be released, you know. We never got there, you know, things took that untimely turn. So, you know, but yeah, we definitely had that vibe going all over the label. You know what I mean? It was the artists, all of us were just, you know, intermingling. Yeah, doing that with each other. But sometimes it wasn't based on what they came up with for us, you know. So hanging out, being around each other, vibing, that created a lot of what, you know, we have now is catalog. Yeah. A lot of it, you know, so especially with me and Jim and Siegel, like just being around them created a lot of that. It wasn't, hey man, call Rell, bring him in, I need him to do this specific thing. Nah, I would just be there, or they would just be there and it'd be like, okay, you know what, when they leave, I'm gonna try this on that, see how it sounds. You know, that type of thing. So, and then eventually I had that relationship with both of them, especially Jim.
Right.
With Jim, you know, Jim could be out of town touring, doing whatever he's doing, but he knows if he comes back to Bird Gang and Rell was there, it's gonna have at least 2 or 3 choruses, you know, to choose from, listen to. So we had that relationship, you know what I mean, to this day.
Was a lot of that stuff recorded at Baseline?
A lot of the Rocafella stuff was Baseline, Quad, a lot of recording at Quad. Yeah. You know, some other side studios, Right Track, I remember well, but mainly Quad, Baseline, you know, after. Well, really Baseline after, you know, Sony and Quad. It was just Baseline most of the time, you know, and but then I had other pre-production spots that I worked in specifically for R&B. Right. Yeah, but I spent a lot of time around them, you know, because unbeknownst to a lot of people, like I said, hip-hop brought me in. Yeah. You know, I wasn't around, you know, R&B artists or R&B moguls, you know, when I came in. I was around, you know, hip-hop. Like, yeah.